You sitting in the sun? You sitting in the sun? Oh, nope, now you're coming over here. What? Hey, hey, party people. It's Wednesday, so I'm working from home, so I'm still in my PJs, but it's just like 9 o'clock, so I don't feel too guilty yet. Okay, morning break. I got 15 minutes, and I'm going to tackle this her closet. I'm going to pull out my winter clothes and put them up and put out my summer clothes since it's summer. And I just got a visit from my neighbor whose wife last year. Okay, backstory. Rocky got attacked by these vicious dogs that used to live in our neighborhood. And they got loose and they chased Rocky and they held her down and they almost killed her. And my neighbor across the street saw it, so she got the dogs away from Rocky. And then she went over and picked up Rocky, who was very wounded. So Rocky spun around, put her claw on her face, and I mean, she looked terrible. She looked like she'd been in a fist fight. Her eye was all black and it was pitiful looking. Well, she'd come over and told me, and she apologized, saying that she just wasn't thinking. She doesn't know why she picked up Rocky and all this stuff, and that she wasn't mad and she wasn't going to sue us or anything like that, that it was her fault. Well, I just got a visit from her husband, who told me that after all this happened, that she ended up in the hospital, that she got cat scratch fever from Rocky, and that she ended up getting Bell's palsy on her face. Poor woman. And then to top it all off, she didn't have medical insurance at the time. Her husband thought she did, but the insurance that she had was not very good. And so the way that she came into the hospital, the insurance would only pay a certain way. And so she came in through the emergency room and it would not pay since she did not check herself in. So now he's wondering if our homeowners will pay for it. So not looking forward to having this conversation with Jeremy, but you know, I feel for him. If it wasn't for her, Rocky would have been dead. But then again, you know, she's the one who reached down and picked up a wounded animal that didn't know her. So, I don't know. So, I'm going to try to get Jeremy at least to call homeowners and see. You know, I would want them to do it for me. And Jeremy's really kind-hearted, so I'm sure he will. At first, he's going to be all like, roar, but then he'll think about it. You know, but okay, I'm going to tackle the closet while I have time. I just spent like 3 minutes of my break telling that story, so I got to work faster. Okay, I did it. So, it's not organized or anything, and there's still some long sleeves in there, but hey, it's better than what it was. It's lunchtime, so I'm hanging out at my deck, and we're looking down onto my newest climbing rose, which is called New Dawn. It's what I took to my friend Dawn. Was it yesterday? Day before yesterday? Whatever. Alright, let's go over in the yard. This is where the pool usually goes, but we're not putting it up this year. There's my compost heap and my fire pit. And over here is one of my many little gardens. We got yarrow growing to your left. And then more to your right, all those little flowers is chamomile. So I need to go and harvest that chamomile. Like really bad. Let's see if I can zip on it. Going in. Look at that. So pretty. I've already done one harvest, but I've got to do another. And up here is where I need to plant my corn, and I need to get in the ground like ASAP, but as you can see, it's all icky because my little tiller broke. Oh, I lost my train of thought. So, let me walk over here. There you go, you can see it. Look at those big clumps. So I need to, this is what Jeremy and Kenan are going to work on. And those are some irises I just stuck over there because they're in my way. And let's see. This is the flower pot that Rocky broke. And I'm so mad at her, I still haven't even cleaned it up. I'm just like, Every time I look at it, I just get so mad. So, this is my arugula growing. Still nothing on my lettuce. And then over here, walking down, my Spanish lavender is starting to bloom. Isn't it pretty? And then look at all the roses. I just stepped on a rose prick. How pretty. Look at all the yellow roses. Yummy. It's so beautiful. Oh, looks like Jeremy's rose is getting ready to bloom. I planted this rose in Jeremy's honor. It's a white sugar moon, I think is what it's called. Oh, it's a gorgeous rose. Smells so nice. And looks like my echinacea is getting ready to pop. So looking good over here. Then over here, my rose campion is blooming. That is this little pink thing. And then my evening primrose is blooming. And my mountain mint's looking pretty. My comfrey's about gone as far as it's blooming. And then my lemon verbenia's back there. You can't really see it. And then 4 o'clocks. I hate you 4 o'clocks. Don't know what I'm going to do with these. And my first black-eyed Susan is getting ready to pop. Yay! So happy. And then my sunchokes are over here. So, okay. This is my Easter lily, and contrary to belief, Easter lilies do not actually bloom near Easter. Those are forced. So, and this is my little butterfly bush, and he's making it okay. And my milk thistle, I had little seedlings, but it didn't rain soon enough, so they all died. So I'm just going to come over here and plant some seeds. Somebody is stalking me. And as soon as I turned around, she changed directions like, I'm not following you. Yeah, right. We all know she's following me. Here we are at the front herb garden. Over here we're looking at oregano. Back there you've got some river oats that are springing up. And the red bowl, in case you were wanting to know, is vanilla grass or sweet grass. And yeah, I don't think it's coming back this year, but I'm just going to leave it. We'll see. I think it got too cold for it. My rose back there is blooming beautifully. Beautiful, beautiful rose. It's just such an unusual looking rose. So nice. And then behind it is my Russian sage and my bee balm. This is my feverfew getting ready to pop. And I need to trim all this. This is salad burnet. It's lovely. It tastes like cucumber. And right here, it blooming, which I really need to cut that bloom, is celery. It's a cutting celery. It actually looks like little tiny stalks of celery. My birdhouse gourd. Oh, look, it's me. Hi. Hey. So, let me get out of the sun. There we go. My birdhouse gourds are blooming. I don't know how good they're going to transplant because they don't like being transplanted, but we'll see. I got some more thistle here. I've been trying to grow some echinacea Cheyenne spirit, but I'm not having any luck. This bed needs work, big time. But my daylilies getting ready to bloom. So, and over here under the smoke bush, it is blooming. Yay, isn't it pretty? I call this my little Dr. Seuss tree. But underneath it, I planted some echinacea, and it's just not getting enough sun there. I'm going to have to move it. I'm still being stalked. Yarrow under the peach tree, looking pretty. And over here, all this will have tomatoes and peppers in it very soon. I got to clean it out. There's some radishes in there and some spinach that I need to clean out. This is my mess of a grapevine. That is insane. I need to clean this out so bad. But I've got other things to do. But shoot, what's it called? No, hops. That's so wrong. Hyssop. Yay, hyssop. My hyssop is blooming. This is a blooming heart. It's in full sun. It's the only place I can get it to grow. It's supposed to be in shade, so I don't know. Walking around. Pea bombs getting ready to pop right here. And I got a little echinacea. I think I'm going to move that other echinacea over here. And my little daylilies are doing well. And I'm getting ready to plant some black-eyed Susans and some apple mint right here. So, oh look, Rocky's peeing. Peeing in the yard. So, this is the homestead. So far this year. It's getting there. Look at my little apples. Can you see them? So the apple tree is looking so good this year. Considering I severely pruned this back this year. My neighbors thought I was crazy. I hacked it down to like half its size. And it has bloomed out and there are apples all over the place in there. So apparently it liked it. So this is my other apple tree down here. And it was in such bad shape. I hacked it too. And this is the best it's looked since we've moved in. Somebody almost hacked it down with a weed eater, it looked like, when we moved in. So I've been working hard to save it. It's doing good. The little bush in between right here is a cherry. And I actually had to move it. It was in front right there, right there, in front of the grapevine. And it was too close to it. Because this is supposed to get like 6 foot and really bushy, and it was way too close, so I had to make a choice. Do I move it or hack down the vine? So I decided to go ahead and just move my cherry, and so it'll recover in a couple of years and hopefully give me some cherries. And right there, this little thing right here is winter jasmine, and it looks freaking awesome like in February. Right now it's just bush, but it's gonna get big and bushy too. So, and here's my unknown tree. I really don't know what kind of tree that is. I really need to identify it. And this is the butterfly bush and all that. And now we're walking back to the deck. Look at all that clover. I need to harvest all that. I've already harvested some. So, this is under the deck. I don't think I've ever shown under here. A lot of this is just wild flowers and stuff. A lot of us they bloom in the spring. This is my chocolate vine, and I need to string it back up. Well, there's a pretty wildflower blooming. See? Not bad for underneath the deck. Then I've got some ferns under there. You can see them. My real pretty painted fern. I love it. And back here is a wintergreen, and actually I think I'm going to move it this year. Just doesn't get enough sun, so I need to clean this out too. But you know, priorities. This will eventually get done. So so much to do. The life of a gardener just never stops. It doesn't. You just, especially in the spring, you have so much to do, and then you end up getting all these plants and things that need to get in the ground, and that's okay. In the summer when it gets really hot, then I can kind of sit back and relax. But right now I'm just crazy, especially with baseball and everything. And you know, Saturday we want to go to Asheville to go to Biltmore, and then we're going to go see the Montfort Players, which is a Shakespearean group, and they are so great. And they're doing Romeo and Juliet, and we try to go every month and see whatever their new play is, so you get to come along and see a little bit of that. So, and I want to do that. I want to do those stuff. I want to see my husband play baseball. I don't want to miss any of his games. So it just means I have to work extra hard out here. And just with all the stuff that's going on with the system at work, it just kind of threw me for a loop. So, okay. I'm going to get back at it. I'm going to try to show you how I harvest chamomile. I don't know if you can see it or not, but you just take a comb like that. Just pulls the blooms right off. It's real easy. Then you just dump them in the basket. Okay, that's all I've harvested. I'll leave the rest for beads and for seeds. So, but I got a good basket full. So now to go dry it. Okay, so the thing to know about clover is that you have to dry it quickly. If you don't, it could get a fungus, and then you don't want that. So I've got my handy dandy dehydrator out here, and I've already have a few blooms in it. So I'm going to go ahead and separate out my clover and put this in here, and then I'll make a tray for my chamomile. Alrighty, here's my chamomile, and here is my clover, and I wish you could smell how good this smells already. Oh my word. It's like honey heaven. So I've got the door cracked, so I'll probably have bees in here later. I might want to shut the door. So, okay, those will dry for about a day, and then I will put them up. Okay, so the work day is done, and I just went out and harvested a bunch of these plantains out of the place where I'm going to plant my tomatoes and peppers. So I use this for medicine. So there's also some, I think there's a few onions in here. There's also some radish leaves, or some radishes, and a few spinaches. Here's an onion. So we're going to actually eat that tonight. But so yeah, so I just wash them off and make sure all the dirt is off the roots. There's no bugs or extra weeds. And I just put them right here. And that's it. And then put them in my dehydrator. Alright, dinner is cooking. Got pork chops on the griddle. And got some corn. And I'm going to make a radish leaf salad. So I still got to go get all the stuff for that ready. So I'll show you when I get ready. Did I say ready a lot? Ready, ready, ready. Okay, we're trying something new. So you put in some butter, and then you saute your radishes until they're tender. Probably about 10 minutes. Now I'll show you the rest in a little bit. Alright, you remove the radishes and you put in garlic. Yum, my pan's smoking, so I'm going to have to turn down the heat. Alright, so the garlic's all nice and brown and it smells really good. So you put in another tablespoon of butter. Yum. And then you dump in your radish leaves. And you saute these until they're wilted. Then you add your radishes back in and chives. And then you stir it all together and you're done. Okay guys, so I'm at the end of my day. So I worked from home today, and I also got my summer wardrobe out and put my winter wardrobe up. And let's see, what else did I do? I did go to Dollar General and get a few things, but I'm not going to do a haul. Let's see, what else did I do? Oh, I went outside and harvested my radishes, and I made a lovely radish salad, I guess you could call it. It turned out really good, and Jeremy liked it. It was really good. I also harvested some plantain and some chamomile and some clover, and I got them all dehydrating. And then after dinner I went outside and I planted all the tomatoes and peppers that I have. So tomorrow I'm going to get the rest of the tomatoes and peppers that I need, and then the front garden should be done, and then I could work on the back garden. So Jeremy is downstairs watching the Red Sox. Kenan is taking a shower and getting ready for wind down time. Tomorrow we're going to be working outside. Kenan's not too thrilled about that. But that's about it. I got plans to get in the ground, so I need help. So I'm going to edit this. Do I keep saying so? Anyway, I'm going to edit this, and I will talk to you guys later. Bye.